Let me tell you what happens when you have Surya, the soul, the king, the Atma, the sun in the eighth house of the Radha Bhava. That is power personified. Now, what happens when you have the sun in the eighth house? It has everything to do with the past life. You came into this world wanting to know, having to know what it means to be king, or in your female term, the queen. You have sun in the eighth house. It's highly probable that you're going to be the eldest child or the firstborn from both of your parents. It also indicates if you're not the eldest child, your soul will intentionally have your family to break up to where you could be the eldest, either adopted or foster care or surrogate. It doesn't matter. You will be exiled from your own family if you have to be the eldest of your uncle or your aunt, or your parents be removed to where you're raised by your grandparents by yourself. You're going to do whatever it takes to seize power and shared assets. Sun of the eighth house means your intelligence is going to be unraveling. I wouldn't recommend you go to a normal public school. Normally people with sun in the 10th house, they're homeschooled or some alternative means of education. Your soul, your Atma will intentionally have you to be autistic or dyslexic because what you have to display is going to unravel your peers. But remember, sun in the 8th house is power. So it's looking at the opposite of your own chart, which is the 2nd house. It's very Artha. So you're going to want to know what it's like to have a relationship with your own assets to where I can become greater at it, because power is never given, it's never inherited, it's taken. So you could be an athlete. You got sun in the 8th house, you're going to want to love to compete for everything. You don't want to be privileged, you want to have to earn it. If you enter a tournament, you want to start from the ground up and say, I seize the power. And you're the type of champion that wants to be reigning and defending and undisputed. You don't want to just be a one and done. So if you got the sun in the 8th house, there's something about you to where your ego has to be in charge. I wouldn't be surprised you would be a manager in whatever you do, because that's the house of power. And when you get the power, the shadow side of this, you will become narcissistic, because the sun is about burning virtuous elements of that house. And once you seize that power, you're going to have to humble yourself, because it's hard to be humble when the sun is in the house of power.